Hello, family, and welcome back to Dhuwanna Intuitive Healing Chosen Ones. Okay, so I received a prophetic dream and a vision message that I'm going to share with the family today, our soul tribe. This is the season that God has told me to start sharing my prophetic dreams and visions aloud publicly. Initially, I would just share it with like one or two people or my immediate family members within my home. But now it's time for me to come out publicly. I have received a message that God is bringing his eagles and the hawks together, okay, for us to work together. And that's the seers and the prophets, okay? And some of us carry the gift of a seer and a prophet, and some are just a seer and carry the gifts of a prophet, okay? So if you want to know more about that, you can look that up. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to really get into it because I want to focus more on the message that I need to deliver. So with that being said, I have received multiple messages. Just before the Super Bowl event, I received a message, a divine message, a prophetic vision and dream, revealing to me Saturn, Earth, and then the sun. So all this was done during the Super Bowl, and there was a ritual being done, okay? And that was revealed to me, and God gave me a key, all right? So I know I have the key of knowledge, the key of understanding, and the key of wisdom, along with discernment. And now it's time to open that door so I can let other people in. At that time, I was letting people out, okay? Leading them out of captivity, all right? In this moment, the message that I'm going to deliver, I'm going to walk you through the dream, all right? So first, the first part of the dream, I'm in the car with my 20-year-old who is Aquarius. She carried some of the very same gifts that I carry. She is an oracle. And she receives divine messages through divine revelation, okay? So I'm in the car with her. And many times she dreamed the same exact thing that I have because she's extremely intuitive, just like me. So we're in the car together in the dream, and supposedly we're on our way to the doctor's appointment for her newborn baby, okay, who is now 4 weeks today. When I received this dream, it was the day, early morning after the solar eclipse, all right? I want to start off by saying I do my meditations early in the morning. I start my breath work, and that's when I receive a lot of my divine revelations, or intuitive dreams, or prophetic dreams, or visions. So, and also I want to bring up the fact that if you look up my gematria for my full name, my birth name, my legal name, it speaks about the sun emerging with the black sun, okay? A lot of people spoke about seeing the moon, and they want to know how did the moon emerge to eclipse the sun if the moon was on the other side and it wasn't eclipsing the sun when the sun was being eclipsed. I heard a lot of speak about the black sun. So under my gematria, it's 3305. It speaks about the sun emerging with the black sun. And just before that, it speaks about a second coming, right? The coming of Christ. And it speaks about God and a special event that was coming. And then it speaks about it's time for, us to come together. And it's a lot more under my name. I can't remember every single thing and how it's all written out. I don't want to, say something and it's not exactly how it is, if that makes sense. But you got the gist of it. All right, so in this dream, all right, my daughter and I, we are in the car and we are trying to take a left turn into the parking lot next to a Sonic. And there's another car in front of us, but it's a larger vehicle. They're sitting up a lot higher, and it's two women. And it's really strange because it seemed like a mother and a daughter in a car, just like myself and my daughter. And the most strange thing is, it seems as though I've experienced this before with these two women, okay? It's like I know them and we experienced the same exact thing before. They were in my way, or they felt like I was in their way, and they were trying to make a left turn. They're trying to make a left turn into the road. I'm trying to make a left turn into the parking lot. So anyway, I proceed to turn into the parking lot. The parking lot turned into me going around the Sonic, going into a parking lot, going into a parking lot which leads into the doctor's office. 6:27, I just saw that on the clock. And once we proceed into the doctor's office, 636, 639, I saw, multiple people at the front desk speaking to them. And all of a sudden, I glance and I see a huge open bay window. And there's a Caucasian man sitting on the sofa, and the window is behind him. And it's in front of me. As I look his direction, because he called my name, 707, may be relevant. He called my name, 711. He says, Dhuwanna. He said, look at the moon. So this isn't nothing new to me. I do have, I've had multiple dreams, visions, prophetic dreams, visions with the moon, the sun, the planets, different planets, okay? So I look outside the window and I'm looking up at the sky, and the sky is more of a darker gray color. It's not like it's daytime outside anymore, but yet we're at the doctor's office. 747. And I'm looking at the moon, but all of a sudden I see a planet, okay? And then 8 o'clock, I see a planet coming towards us and towards the building. And this planet is like a grayish, it's like a darker color, like a darker grayish blue, kind of like a stone. That's what it reminds me of, like a stone, okay? And then I see a ring around it. And I just assumed it was Saturn. Because for some strange reason, Saturn has visited me before. So I'm like, that's Saturn? But it's coming to us, and then it comes to us to the point to where it actually hit the building. But when it hit the building, it didn't do anything to the building. That's the even stranger part. But now I see multiple, like, objects coming out of the sky. So now there's just like, it's time for action, right? It's time to move around. So we're heading out of the building because, now we just seen a planet, right? Far from the sky in our direction. So at this point, I go outside, there's like hysteria because there's multiple things coming down from the sky. So at this point, I don't remember if it's multiple planets or stars or what, okay? But then I noticed that it's like now some forms of like some alien. And I don't dream of aliens. And I don't have visions of aliens. Let's be clear, okay? So now there's some forms of aliens coming down. So I'm like at a corner and there's an intersection. At this point, I no longer have my daughter with me. I don't know what happened to her. But I felt it's like something from my peripheral vision. I can see 10:01. I can see something like try to attach itself to me, but it was like alien form or alienation, right? But it couldn't attach itself to me. So then I looked to the left, and as I look to the left, I see a fence. It's like a wooden fence or something, and it was some form of an animal on the fence. Okay, it was something on the fence, and then I see this alien-like being. When I spoke to my daughter, she was like, "Oh, it sounds like a skinwalker." Okay, attach itself and engulf. Okay, the animal that was on the fence. So, I thought about it. I meditated on it because there's more to the dream, but I'm just not gonna go into more of the dream. That's the gist of what I needed to share. Okay, for the prophetic word and the prophetic message. The revelation that God spoke to me, okay, through this prophetic dream was, now a shift has taken place, all right? And we are in spiritual warfare here, guys. And it's 11:22 on the clock. And 11:27. Now it's time for us to rise, okay? As God's chosen people. And there is going to be a direct distinction between those who are ready and those who are not ready. Okay? 11:44. Those who have answered the call, those who have chosen to operate on their highest timeline. Now we're gonna see, okay? Just like we can see the breakdown of the nation when it comes to political parties, comes to different artists, different sports players, okay? And the crazy thing is, God revealed these things to us many years ago, right? And some of us knew, some of us didn't. Some of us gradually woke up to what was really going on. But I remember, I could say a good 14 years ago, when I would speak about the demonic presence in music and, what these people were doing behind the scenes, people would call me crazy, right? But I've been a part of, some different types of spiritual groups or whatever since about 2019, 2020, on so many spectrums. And in one of these groups, it was constantly talking about the fall of what we see going on right now, okay, in the music industry and the political parties, okay, and this and that, all right? So at this point, it's nothing new under the sun, but now it's time for the great revelation to happen, okay, the great reveal. And things are being revealed. Old systems are coming down because they're not working and they're not for the highest good of all involved, okay? And the message that I received was, have you chose your higher path? Have you chose your higher purpose? And with this eclipse, many of us have ascended to another level, okay? A higher vibrational frequency, okay? Past 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D. Some of us are able to operate in the angelic realms, tap into higher dimensions, okay, higher vibrations, to receive angelic messages, to receive messages from our divine light beings, the light people, the light beings, okay, to operate for the highest good of all involved. So with that being said, the message is to the divine chosen ones who have answered the call, because the trumpet has sounded, okay? You are immune, okay? You are immune to these attachments. You will not be affected by these attachments. But those who are not immune, those who have not answered the call, those who have not taken the opportunity to rise to a higher vibrational frequency and release the things that need to be released so they can operate on their highest timeline, they will have these entities attached to them. They have these entities attached to them. And now they're coming stronger than ever. So this is the time for the chosen to rise. Okay? The trumpet has been sounded. That's the message. Okay? The trumpet has been sounded. So this is the time to go within self and do your introspection. And this eclipse has heightened the gifts that you've carried. The gifts that you carried previously are now being ignited on a massive scale, a massive level. They're heightened now. So you can operate in that business that you're supposed to operate in the calling that you're supposed to operate in for your gifts. Okay? This is the time and this is the season to rise. That's the message. Okay? I pray for love, peace, happiness, blessings to be bestowed upon you. And as you ask, you receive. You seek, you receive your answers. Okay? That's my prayer for you. Blessings. Until next time.